everybody, welcome back. It's Malik, and we are going to move into the Basic Plus missions. Now, I'm not going to do multiple missions at one time because some of these can be a little bit long. So I'm going to kind of break it down. I'll just do one for level 1, one for level 2, one for level 3, etc., etc. Um, Now, I do want to put out there that there may be multiple ways to complete these missions. Uh, I may not take the shortest route to complete them. Uh, I may know other ways to do it, but I try to pick the way that you can use for multiple applications instead of just the one that's going to complete this one. I also don't get into a lot of writing custom code to inject into the page, um, only because it takes a while to learn the code. It's not something you're going to be able to do just kind of right off the bat. So sometimes I may use another program to accomplish what we need instead of writing 5 or 6 lines of code to accomplish what we need. Because if you don't know how to write the code, you're never going to be able to do it. I will get into some later on that we will be writing code, and I'll explain the code as we write it, but just kind of want that out there. So there's multiple ways to finish these. If you find a different way, great. Let me know in the comments that you did it this way and this way and this way. Uh, because again, there's multiple ways to do it. There's very seldom is there just only one way to accomplish a task. Again, you like the videos, please click that subscribe button, notification bell. Uh, but I want to get a couple of these up today. Well, the first one, Basic Plus Level 1, they already tell us for username and password, we need to extract the login details from this file. And it's just called b1.txt. So I am going to save this file. Okay. And of course, just saving it, I'm in Firefox, just saving it's going to go to my my downloads folder. And there it is right there. So let's open it up. Well, as we can tell by looking at it, this is not a text file. It wouldn't look this way if it was a text file. So, what type of file is it? Well, we can take a look at the properties, but we're not going to get a whole bunch here, and not going to get a whole bunch on the security tab. Not going to get, a whole bunch here, even in previous versions. So these tabs really don't help a lot to let us know what type of file this is supposed to be. Now, yes, you can guess, and you may even guess right, but there's an easier way to do it. So my first hint to you, we will need another program to do this. Every file has a header and has a trailer. Those headers and trailers let you know what type of file it is. In other words, when you save something in Word, Word has a particular header in the file. So if you open up a Word document in Notepad, it's not going to look the same because the headers don't match. It doesn't have the Notepad header. It has the Word header. And that's what lets the file know it needs to be opened in Word. So, how do we view the headers of this file? Okay, the biggest hint I'll give you here is we need to take a look at the hex code of that file. So do a little bit of research on programs that you can use, and there's tons of them out there, but programs that you can use to open up any file to see the hex. If you find one, download it and open that file up in it. And then I'll do a little break here. Do that, then we'll open it up. We'll take a look at the header, and then we'll see if we can determine what type of file it is. So go ahead and try that now. Okay, so if you pause the video and you found a program, one of the biggest programs out there is HexEdit. Now yes, there are plenty more. Just as long as it shows you the hex dump, it doesn't matter what program you use. I typically use HexEdit. It's a very light program, and it shows me really only what I need without a whole bunch of fluff that I never use. So I am going to open this file inside of here. And this is the hex dump. Okay? See, there's a bunch of zeros, but later down the line we do have some information. Got some information there, and there. Sporadic information all through this program. Hex dumps ASCII. Okay. Well, this is the header, the 424D36OE. That's what determines what type of file this is. So, pause number 2. Google file signatures. And if you want to be more specific, you can try to Google a file signature for 424D36OE. And let's see what you come up with. If you can come up with the extension that this file should be, all you have to do is change the extension of the file. Right now it's b1.txt. Change it to b1. Whatever that extension is that it's going to tell you, and then open it up in the program that is supposed to open it up. And you should be well on your way to solving this thing. So I'll give you a minute to do that, and then I'll do it with you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in file signatures. I'm going to see if I can get lucky. 424D36. Oops, sorry, that's a 0. E. File signatures, list of file signatures, etc., etc. There's one for file signatures. Again, I can pretty much take a look at any of these. So these are all dynamic. So I'm just going to try to do a search on here for 4.2 4D. Okay, 4.2 4D interleaved bitmap image. Now if I take it to oops, to 36, it's not finding one. But if I view other pages, I will find out that 424D36OE is typically a bitmap. Okay, and again, there's multiple pages that you can search. These are a great list to have in here. Right, I think this one right here says 424D is typically a DIB or a bitmap image. Okay, so what if we just change, get back to my downloads folder. What if we just change B1 to B1.BMP? Oops. Oh, I have it still open in HexEdit. Let me close HexEdit. Now I can rename it B1.BMP. Now, if I open that with Paint, there we go. User Paint Path Rules. Okay, so User Paint Path Rules. And we're through it. Very common thing to do is to change the extension of a file to keep somebody from opening it. But if you can open it up in a hex editor, take a look at the header, you can determine what type of file it originally was, change it back to that file extension, and you'll be able to open it up. This is also the basis of steganography. When there is a file hidden within a file, when you're doing steg analysis and you can't figure out whether there is a buried file there, I'm going to take a look. Let's say you send me a picture, but you've hidden a Word document in it. What I'm going to do is open it up in HexEdit. I'm going to take a look at the header and trailer of that picture. When I get to the trailer, which is the ending hex code, if there's any more hex code after that, that's the other file. I just need to see what the header of that other file is, and I can tell that it's a Word document. I can copy all that hex code out, paste it into another hex program, and then just save it as a doc file and open it up. And I can rip your two files back apart again. So you really have to understand headers and trailers. You got to understand file signatures. They're going to come in very, very handy when you're dealing with steg analysis. Okay, so that was very straightforward. Once you knew how to determine the file signature, a little tricky if you've never dealt with a hex program before or you weren't sure about headers and trailers. But there we go. So basic level 1 is done. Alright, so I'll end it on this one. I'll come back. We'll get through mission number 2, basic plus level 2. But again, hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, click that notification. Again, donations help out a huge amount as I'm trying to build some servers here that we can start doing capture the flag, but it costs some money to get those things up and running. and there should be a link. I will verify it, but should be a link down in the comment section to my PayPal account. Want to grow this thing as big as possible, so we can start doing things all together, maybe even in a live environment. All right, my friends. So until later, I will see you very soon, and we will get into Basic Plus level number 2.